think life is worth it, don't you? We're counting on you. Red Cross, the good neighbor.
And now from KWPC Radio in Muscatine, Iowa, here are Ron, Edwin, and Steve Bridges, two radio personalities who, by their own admission, are at the dregs of their careers. Now, you guys don't believe that for a second,
What?
do you? That you're at the dregs of your careers?
No, we don't, but we said that for a very specific reason.
You wanted to get on.
Yeah, he got it.
It takes a lot of unmitigated gall to do it work.
But actually, you spotlight New York people, you spotlight Los Angeles. What about us little guys in Muscatine? We are the heart of the nation. Local radio, that's the key.
What's the key about it?
The thing is that...
Tell what you two do. What are your jobs at the radio station?
Well, I'm the program director. Oh, we've got to present you with these things. This is the key to Muscatine.
Thank you.
That'll open up the locks to Muscatine. It'll open up some bagels.
That is from the lovely and honorable Mayor Evelyn Shawland.
Thank you, Mayor Edwin.
No. We're going to make you an official small market jock.
Okay.
But this is the small market jock T-shirt, which we'll be selling in Muscatine. And this is what we are.
This is our better.
And this is what we're after.
Put that down. Now, what are your jobs at the radio station?
You're
the program director.
I am his immediate successor.
How did you break into the business? Are these your first radio jobs, the ones you have now?
This gentleman here discovered me from KCLN in Clinton, Iowa. I was an FM all-night jock. And, well, tell him a little bit about it.
I started when I was 15.
Where are you from?
In Geneseo. I'm from the Quad City area, Davenport, Rock Island, Moline. And I started when I was 15. I went to college. I got a degree
In?
sociology. I don't like I don't like teaching driver's ed. So I went back into radio. I worked in Chicago Heights, in Pekin, Illinois, Paducah, Kentucky. I was on television at independent UHF in Paducah until I stuck my stick through the weatherman. And that was my television career.
Now he's got a new shtick with an SCH.
What, they fired you because you stuck your stick through the weatherman?
Yeah. So, got this job. Worked at a 50,000 watt station.
Named?
KXEL in Waterloo. Programmed it for a couple of years. Worked with some good people. And then we had contractual difficulties.
Now wait a minute. You work for a 250 watt radio station, and you come here saying we are small-time radio. You know, we're not New York, L.A., Chicago, that sort of thing. And you're talking to me about contracts. Now, I've worked at 250-watt radio stations, Ron. There was no such thing as a contract. You served at the pleasure of the program manager.
He's management.
Well, we had a contract there. We had some difficulties as far as equipment at the time. There was another station that was going to pay more. And there are stations that you'll have to sign saying you will not work within 50 miles of the signal. I signed this. Well, it's 50,000 watts. I mean, I have to go to New Zealand.
What are the difficulties of your jobs? What are the hard things? Because I know how
meeting the public demand. I mean, they want to hear the best entertainment. We like to provide nothing but the best. We feel, even though we are in a smaller market, the public deserves nothing but the best.
Your best, whether one person listens or
100%. I mean, my 100% in Muscatine, Iowa might be 20% in New York or LA.
No, it's 100% no matter where you work. Whether you work for one person or for 1,000 people, you owe that audience the best that you can do for them.
And they don't get it. They don't get it because people get discouraged because in this business especially, everything in America, you've got to get to the top. You've got to get to the top. In this business especially, guys get out of broadcasting school, they get out of college, and they're going to the top. And you can't, when it doesn't happen in 3 years, they get discouraged, they get bummed out, they're not giving the public what it deserves, they're not giving the management what it deserves.
There's been a lot of great jocks before us.
Yeah.
It's been Jacques Cousteau.
Jacques Onassis.
Yeah. Jacques Nicholas.
We've got some
We had to
great-
get a rise out of the audience.
I've got some great lines written on my shirt. For instance,
You guys.
wasn't that a dirty trick?
Do you work together on the air?
We do a crossover. I mean, when we're changing shifts, but it's basically a music station. But it's surrounded by a lot of comedy. And
What do you think of management and broadcasting in Muscatine, Iowa? Do you get along with the bosses okay? That's aside from Ron.
do I get
Steve.
along with the other?
Steve.
You mean like the owner of the station as compared to the general manager?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I shy away from him a lot. That helps.
No, we've got it.
I believe in the chain of command. It's kind of like the military. If you follow the chain of command. You know, I mean, there's a seaman apprentice, there's a seaman.
All the way up to the
third class for the officer. Right, I think you're on my point there. And if you follow the chain of command, and if I'm working for him, I know that I can run to him if I need something, and he's going to answer my question. And if he needs any help regarding that, he goes to a higher authority.
Do you have any frustrations in your job?
Yes, I'm a hypertensive person. I carry a paper bag with me at work. And it doesn't only carry my lunch. It serves a dual purpose.
What's the other purpose?
Hyperventilation.
I see.
I open up the mic, I figure 40,000 people listening. You know, from time to time in our market here. What do we have? 165-mile radius. And there's a lot of people listening. To us, that's big, you know. As compared to tonight, on the Tomorrow Show, which is the day after in where? Tokyo. But there's a large audience there, and there's a need and there's a want for local radio. And people appreciate local radio, and we've proven that by our response from audience response.
Yeah, now what are your ambitions? Are you happy doing what you're doing?
Not for long, I won't be.
Are you driven to get to the top?
Not as much as others that I have known. If I don't get to the top, well, I got to the top.
Yeah,
Tom.
right. What is
I
it?
mean, this is the top.
Hey, what is the top?
That's.
And I don't know what that is.
Well, it's like, you know, you had Mr. Spelling on here, and he was talking about Burke's Law. Okay. I met a gentleman, his name was Pete Burke, and I worked for his, well, it was a radio station for, what was it, in the Quad City area. And I left the station on a moment's notice to take another job, which isn't probably very nice.
But what's that got to do with the top?
There's Burke's Law. I'm kind of beating around the bush to get there. About...
Well, don't stay around too long, fella.
I won't.
Because the music's going to stop in 1 minute.
You meet the same people going up as you do on your way down in broadcasting. That's Burke's Law to us.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
So when you're on your way down, Tom,
There are 24 stacks of wax, all designed with you in mind for your late afternoon and early
really
evening
got
and pleasure.
take the responsibility, though, seriously. I was talking, when I first got into business, a woman was irate. I was talking on the air about SDS. She thought I was talking about a feminine hygiene product.
Horrible.
oh, bongo.
Check out that one.
Are you guys on the air?
How about the, we had a good
Friday.
one about,
Got a day off.
what was the other one?
3 days off, and they brought us the suits. The tie.
And provided you with the snappy patterns.
Snappy pattern.
You're not going to believe this, guys, but I'm out of time.
Oh, we should.
And I want to thank Ron Edwin and Steve Bridges from KWPC Radio in Muscatine,
We're
Iowa.
making a movie.
You're kidding.
We're sending, we're going to film it in Muscatine.
Yeah?
We're going to send pigs across the galaxies.
It's called Star Wars. You think it'll work?
Star Wars.
You think it'll work?
Yes, sir.
It'll be a hit.
We'll be right back after these words from our NBC stations. Get out.
We want to first.